see many different shades and hues of green this morning. I don't know if it's mere coincidence or not, but it's a happy St. Patty's Day. As many of you know, Census Day is coming. Census Day officially is April 1st, 2010. Most of you have recently received your census questionnaires and your forms, as we call them in the census, in the mail recently. For those of you that are anxiously waiting with bated breath, be patient. They'll be here. The 2010 census is the 23rd decennial census. Okay? Article 1, Section 2 of the Constitution states that we will take account of all the people living in the United States every 10 years. The first census was conducted in 1790. It was in this census that they counted 3.9 million people. That census was started, it was commenced in August, the first Monday in August, and they were given 9 months to count all the people living in the United States. It was done by federal marshals on horseback. The federal marshal representing Massachusetts was paid a handsome sum of $300 to conduct the census. 220 years and 305 million people later, we're working towards making 2010 the best census and most accurate census to date. As many of you know, or all of you may know, that the main purpose of the census is to establish an apportioned representation in the House of Representatives. But there are many people, while that is the foremost reason, many people consider the most important reason for the distribution of federal funding. States and communities are awarded grants and monies for funding based upon, in part, based upon population counts. And the Census Bureau are the people that provide those counts. Census data is also used by the government and private sector to develop and plan social and economic platforms. In 1790, the census district marshals were given the ability to hire assistants. Today we call these assistants census enumerators. These assistants then were paid $1 per 150 people that they were able to count. Ironically, looking back at the records, the top earning census assistants those years had the last names of Gates and Buffett. They each somehow counted almost 3 million. Oh, anyway. But for $1 for each 150 people. Over the next few weeks, the Census Bureau, nationwide, will be conducting our hiring process. We'll be going through the hiring process. In the Greater New Bedford area alone, we'll hire close to 500 people to go out into the streets and enumerate into neighborhoods and communities to help enumerate the people that do not return their question forms in the mail. Okay? Unlike 1790, we're paying a little bit more than $1 per 150 people. Census enumerators in the area, in the New Bedford area, will make $16 an hour plus mileage reimbursement. It's great for a second income, great for retirees, great for students. It's great for people that are on unemployment compensation, receiving unemployment compensation, as well as people not receiving any unemployment compensation. Okay. The 2010 census is a fast-paced, time-sensitive operation. Recruiting strategy for the census is unique. In the census, unlike in the private sector, we try to cast as broad a net as possible to encourage as many applicants as possible so we can have a large qualified applicant pool. In recruiting a large number of applicants, it helps us to be prepared for any staffing issues that may arise. Oftentimes, staffing issues consist of applicants not qualifying due to either a background check or not passing their census test. Sometimes applicants refuse positions. There's over a 10% refusal rate of people that do qualify and are called, and they respond that they're not interested in working at that time. Could be maybe their social or economic situations have changed, or maybe they just have changed their minds in general. Staff will quit once the operation begins. Many of them may say that it's not for them. And staff do not show up at all for training. We had about an 8.5% fallout rate of staff not showing up for training in last year's early operations. With people working in all neighborhoods and communities, it's vital that we have a diverse workforce. That's one of the many reasons we've partnered with the Career Centers, the Greater New Bedford Career Center and the Career Center in Wareham. The Career Center has helped us on many levels in our recruiting process. John Whalen and his department down at the Career Center has been extremely helpful in planning outreach. They've helped write and post several positions. We've posted through their website the enumerator positions, we've posted recruiting assistant positions, and we've posted field operations supervisor positions. When we first engaged to become partners with the Career Center, John was very anxious. He'd called a few times to see when we were ready. I was in anticipation of the influx of applicants, qualified applicants, that were going to be coming through the Career Centers. I had to make sure that we weren't adequately staffed. We didn't have the staffing authorization just yet for recruiting these large numbers of people that we anticipated the Career Centers were going to bring to us. So John had called several times, and when we finally did post the jobs and post the positions, we did have a significant influx of people. The interest in census jobs from Career Center applicants and the quality of the applicants has been tremendous. We've had dozens to hundreds between all of the Career Centers in the area. I've also received many inquiries and referrals from John and his staff. They've been very good in following up with people and giving me referrals, personal referrals actually. Many of these people have seen our work on their websites, but also through the promotional materials that the Career Center has both on display and that they've handed out. We've been given the opportunity in New Bedford and Wareham to present to groups and at their seminars, and that has also been very effective, going in, speaking to people face to face. We find that that's our most, it's our best means of recruiting at the Census Bureau. They've allowed us to use the facilities, which are fantastic, for training and presentations. The wonderful accommodations, the excellent service, and the professional staff at the Career Center has been a major part of why we are in such a good, strong recruiting position in the New Bedford local census office. Thank you very much for your time this morning. I would like to remind people that the census questionnaires are here. For most of us, please return them in the mail. For people that for the people that do not, in the 2000 census, a third of the people nationwide did not respond by mail. We go out and enumerate those people. We're still looking for applicants. We are still encouraging people to come out and apply. And if they need any information on that, they can contact the Career Centers. Thank you.
Thanks, Steve.